Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kelsey and thank you so much for joining me today. Today, I want to talk about some brands that I want to try. Now, I love drugstore makeup. I'm like a drugstore queen, I guess. Like, I've always loved drugstore makeup. But I do enjoy a nice, like, high-end product as well. My high-end collection definitely has been growing over the last few years. But looking at my collection, there's a lot of brands that I've never tried. And I mean, that's drugstore too, that's not just high-end, but I feel like there's a few brands that really sparked my interest, but I've just never tried. So I thought I would share those with you. And kind of my goal with this being the start of the year is that by the end of the year, maybe I'll try some of these brands. So let's jump in. The first one is Thrive Cosmetics. And I feel like they're kind of a newer brand to the scene. I feel like a lot of people have been talking about them in the last like 6 months or so. And I'm really interested in a few things. One being their like CC cream or their like foundation. I don't know what it's called. But I've heard really great things and I've heard people like it more than the It Cosmetics CC cream, which if you haven't seen my like yearly favorites, essentially, I'll link it up above. That was like my #1 favorite of 2018. And so I'm interested in that. Their bronzer, I've also heard really great things. And their mascara, I have heard incredible things about. And so those are kind of like the 3 main things that I'm interested in. I have looked on their website at like some of their different products and they have like eyeshadow palettes and stuff, but it's not really things that I would be like super interested in. But the mascara, bronzer, and their like CC cream or whatever they call it really interests me. So if you've heard of any of those products, and I guess any of the products I end up talking about today, leave your thoughts down below because I'd love to hear what you think. The next brand I'm really interested in is Milk Makeup. I feel like Milk Makeup, people don't talk about it as much anymore as they did like a year ago maybe. I feel like Milk Makeup was super popular for a bit. They kind of make some trendy products, whether it's like a highlighter, like stick or whatever. But I'm interested in a few things. One being their matte foundation, which is like one of the only foundations they make. I think they only make 2, but I've heard really great things about that. And then I'm also interested in like their sticks that they have. So, I mean, one of their things is that they just have these like little sticks and they have like primers and like cooling balms, moisturizing balms, like color sticks, highlighters, and so I'm kind of interested in a few of those, I guess. I just feel like there's something about Milk Makeup that's like cool, just hip and like fun and funky and cool, and so that's kind of the main reason I want to try it. I guess maybe none of their products really like speak to me, but it's more so like their packaging and like their marketing and everything just seems like cool, so I'm interested. The next thing that I kind of want to try is an actual beauty blender. Now, beauty blenders have been around for years and years, and I know they are favorites among so many people. I've just never taken the plunge and bought a beauty blender because they're 20 bucks, and like the one that I like is like $6 or $7, and so I don't know. It's hard for me to justify like $20 for something that I can get for like $5 or $6, but I've heard it's so great. One of my sisters just like totally raves about it, and so I feel like I kind of just need to take the plunge this year and try it. If anything, just to compare it to what I use other times. And also just so I can say that I've tried it, I guess. The next brand I'm super interested in is Fenty Beauty. Fenty Beauty is a newer brand and they just sell it at Sephora, which is kind of like, and this is the same with Milk Makeup too, is I'm not a Sephora shopper. I'm definitely more of like an Ulta shopper. Sephora is like super intimidating to me for some reason. Like I walk into Sephora and I'm like, I don't know, what do I do? I don't know where to go. Everything's so expensive. Help, but don't help me. And so, I don't know, there's something just like scares me about Sephora. And so, I think I just need to like get over that fear a little bit. But I am super interested in Fenty Beauty. Now, a few of the products, their foundation, which I feel like this is a theme. Like every brand, I'm wanting to try their foundation, which is weird. I don't know, because that's not like an exciting product to try, but I've heard really great things about their foundation. Their primer interests me as well as like the gloss bomb. I know she's come out with a few colors of that now, but the original one is the one that like speaks to me. It's kind of like a corally, like peachy, golden kind of glow. And I think that's super pretty. That's something I normally go for. Really, I'm just interested in a lot of things from Fenty. I think a lot of the things like speak to me a little bit. Not the eyeshadows. The highlights interest me. I think I'm gonna try maybe like a little small kit. Like they have a kit with the original gloss bomb and one of the little highlights. So I think I might pick that up soon because that was like $20-ish or so. So not too bad. And I would get to try 2 of the products that I'm interested in. So I kind of want to try that. Again, if you know anything from Fenty, that is great. Let me know. Because I'm just kind of overwhelmed with the whole Fenty beauty collection. It all looks really nice. Except I'm just not interested in the eyeshadows for some reason. The next brand is Hourglass. Hourglass is like another one of those brands that's just like really expensive, and I feel like they don't come out with like a ton of new products. Maybe it's just me and I'm just ignoring all of them. I don't know. Again, it's a Sephora brand. I don't really shop at Sephora. But their blushes, I have heard wonderful things and I really want to try one. Now they do sell their blushes in like little small travel size or like sample size. And I want to try that because they're like $24, which is still kind of expensive for a blush. But when do you ever go through like a full-size blush? Like never. So I am really interested in trying that. If you have a favorite color or if you know of a really great color, leave it down below because there's so many shades. Even in the minis, I think there's like 4 different shades, which that is not normal for mini products, but they're pricey. I'm also interested in their primers as well. I've heard really great things about their like backlit priming filter or whatever, but more so the blush. The last high-end brand that I'm kind of interested in is Nude Stix. Nude Stix is another one of those brands. I just feel like it's like a cool girls kind of brand. Like it's kind of like your one and done kind of product. Like a lot of their products are like for eyes, lips, and cheeks. And so I am interested in those like pencils. I don't remember what they're called, but they're like a 3-in-1 kind of pencil. There's a few shades that I've seen that look really nice. I think I like the idea of like the skinnier sticks and not like the big like chubby ones. But I mean, I guess I'm up for either. But again, there's something about Nude Stix that just is like so cool and like seems really cool. And so I don't know, I'm just interested in it. I've heard good things as well, so yeah. And then 2 drugstore brands, one being J.Cat. J.Cat is like this elusive brand that they used to sell at Ulta. But now I have no idea where to find J.Cat. Like, I guess online. I don't know anywhere around me that sells J.Cat beauty, but I've heard really great things about some of their stuff. I have no idea what I would want to try. I think maybe their foundation, again with the foundation, it's like a new powder foundation that sounds really interesting. But I just don't know where to buy it. I guess online. I guess online is going to be my answer. And then the last brand is Covergirl. Now I have tried things from Covergirl in the past. It's been a while since I've bought something from Covergirl, but they recently went cruelty free and I think that's really cool. And I'd like to give them some more tries. I did buy a blush and a mascara recently from them, the mascara being one of my old favorites, and I was just like excited to buy it again. And then a blush was like one of their cheekers, just like basic blushes that are like $3.50. But I am interested in like some other things, like their Vitalist foundation, I think is what it's called. It's like the Healthy Skin Vitalist foundation. Then they also have these like face palettes that look really interesting, like with like a blush, bronzer, and highlight. Their eyeshadows I do know I like. I've had 2 of their like nude palettes in the past and I really like those. But recently they came out with a chocolate palette that I'm like kind of drawn to. It's really pretty and like chocolatey, but kind of like smoky too. I don't know, it looks really pretty. But also like some of their lip products. I don't really remember ever trying CoverGirl lip products. and I'm kind of interested because now they have all of these like different kinds of lip products where in the past I feel like their main thing was their like Outlast lip formula, and they'd have like some lipsticks and maybe like lip gloss, but now I feel like everything is so different since the last time I really like looked through Covergirl stuff. And so I'm really interested to try a bunch of stuff from Covergirl. So those are all of the brands that I'm really wanting to try something from this year. These things that are just like sparking my interest, whether it's been more recent, like with Covergirl, or whether it's been something I've been wanting to try for a long time, like Milk Makeup and Nude Stix. Those are like two brands that I've always been like, ooh, those are so cool. If you have any other brands that you like love or you think are interesting, leave them down below. I'd love to get a little conversation started with this. But that was the video today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe down below if you haven't already. I would love to have you around. And until next time, bye guys.